What do we want?
Stop the shutdown.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Stop the
Members of the American Federation of Government Employees, federal workers who have been furloughed since October 1st, and some of our allies from the State Workers Union, the AFL-CIO, and Jobs with Justice. And we wanted to come down to the Arch today because while we support Governor Nixon saying he was going to reopen it for the World Series coming up, well, we hope it's the World Series coming up. I think it will be.
Amen.
It shouldn't be state money. You know, it should be federal money. All Congress has to do at this point is actually pass the bills that are pending up in the Senate and in the House, and the government can be reopened and the Arch and everything. And we wanted to emphasize that it's not just the Arch, it's Social Security, it's Veterans Benefits, it's U.S. Department of Agriculture, Food Safety, Health and Safety in the Workplace, Environmental Protection. And so it really is important that the whole government be up and running like it's supposed to. Now this deal they're about to pass, we hope that while it does include back pay for the workers so far, because it was not our fault, it's only a temporary opening of the government until January 15th. And just like in 95, 96, there could easily be another shutdown come January 15th if we don't get some intelligence going on up in Congress, which I realize might be an oxymoron.
All right, so my name is Bradley Harmon. I'm president of Local 6355 of the Communications Workers of America. We represent employees of the Missouri Department of Social Services, Department of Health and Senior Services. We're here in solidarity with our sisters and brothers who work for the federal government to say that Ann Wagner, Congressman Shimkus, Congressman Lutkemeyer should be ashamed of themselves. Should be ashamed of themselves for putting 500,000 American workers and millions of Americans through the torture that we have been through the last 2 weeks, putting our country on the risk of economic collapse because they do not like the results of the election that we had less than a year ago in November of 2012. It is ridiculous that the business of the American people has been held up so that a few extremist politicians can try to ignore the will of the American people as expressed in November of 2012.
Without us being at our jobs, we can't help those people requesting insurance claim for disasters or damages done by any type of storms or things like that. They're sitting there waiting on their money or their information to get done, and while people are in Congress arguing over things. Go ahead and argue. They don't work. The people that are working, you're seeing it right here. We want to get back to work, get the people of the country back to normal, and you can, if they want to go ahead and have their meetings and discussions, they can do that, but they shouldn't affect us because we're the one that's actually working. So that's why we're here. We're not here because we don't want to work. We're here because we want to get back in the building to work.
What do we want?